What's up, everybody? We're back here on FreeCodeCamp.org for a daily coding challenge for September 29th. This one's called Longest Word. Given a sentence, return the longest word in the sentence. Ignore periods when determining word length. If multiple words are ties for the longest, return the first one that occurs. So you can see, in our test cases, our period shows up at the end of the sentence, and I'm looking for a tie. I think maybe multiple and sentence are a tie, and you see it returns sentence. So we're returning the first instance of the longest word. And that's important because if we are just going off of the length and we're not paying attention to anything else, then we'll end up returning the last instance of the longest word. But we're going to need the first, so we'll have to do that a little bit differently. Given that, I think what we'll do is we'll set up a variable and we'll set it to null at first, and this will be the index of our longest word on an array that comes from splitting the sentence on the spaces. We'll have to clean out the periods in with our work when we're iterating through the words array. We will take each item as we get to it and replace all the periods in the word with nothing, effectively removing any periods that show up in any words. And that allows us to kind of judge the length of each word without having to worry about the period. So to do that, we can look at the length of this word in our current iteration and check to see if it's longer than the longest index word. But you notice that longest might be null. Like on our first iteration, longest will definitely be null. So what we could also do is just check to see if longest is null, or check the length of words at the longest index. That will help us avoid like trying to access words at index null. But if that is the case, we just want to save I, right? We're saving the index of the longest word. We're not saving the word itself. Because later, when we're done iterating through all the words, and if a tie is reached here, it won't be greater. So we won't save the index of the second longest or the third longest if there's a tie. And we can use the longest variable to access the actual word that we want to return. So I think that'll do it. Pretty sure. Let's hold our breath. Hopefully I didn't make a silly mistake here. Yes, that is the solution. So one variation that I can think of is that instead of doing this replace call on each word, we could also, it would happen in this variation, it would also happen on each word, but we can map over the array preemptively. And we can take each word and just return that version of it without a period. And now words is an array of strings that don't contain periods. And then we can do our work here in the loop. So pretty sure that would work too. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck on your coding journey, my friends, and I will talk at you later.